Let's begin by offering our respects to the founder Acharya of ISKCON, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpataru Vyascha Kripa Sindhu Vayevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Please repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Okay, so we welcome all of you to our weekly Bhagavad Gita classes. We have with us here Auntie Neeta, Shivani, Aja, Dipti Adnani, Disha Melwani, Divya, Durga Prasad, Jagriti, Joli Nandwani, Karuna Jadwani. Then we have Khushbu, we have Lal and Mehak Melwani, we have Manju, Venkatchari, Ranjit Das, Rito Lalwani, Romi, Saket, Shreya, who's joining us after a long time. Welcome back, Shreya. And then we have Shri Radhe Hari and Varsha. Okay, so what did we see in the previous class?
Hare Krishna, sir.
Hare Krishna.
We are reading the chapter 11.
Mhm.
We see how Krishna shows the what is it? The
universal form.
Universal form which was Ugra.
With the Kala Rupa, yes, Ugra Rupa.
Ugra Rupa, and how Arjuna did not expect to see this.
Yes.
And you also gave us, we also learned the examples, the analogies with the moth and the river flowing.
Uh-huh.
When saw the when Arjuna saw the people dying in the mouth of Krishna, entering into the mouth of Krishna,
Mm-hmm.
how full teeth, he was scared, how he was scared.
Yes.
Then we also saw the importance of time.
Uh-huh.
We can recover wealth, we can recover any other thing, but not time. How important time is,
Yes.
and that Krishna is the subduer of time.
Yes.
Then we also saw um, how Abhimanyu was killed, how Krishna saves his devotees, and he's always there with his devotees. We also learned that the devotees also go through a hard time, not because we are devotees, so we don't face problems in our lives.
Mm-hmm.
If we face problems in our lives, we should know, and we know that Krishna is there, always there with us. And whatever he gives or he doesn't give, it's because it's it's for the benefit of his devotee.
Yes. Very nice.
And with his devotion, with our devotional service, and with his mercy, we can defeat Krishna.
Yes. Nice. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you.
Anybody else wants to add anything? What are the two questions Arjuna asks Krishna?
He asked, "Who are you?
Yes. Who are
And
you?
what is your mission? What is your
Yes.
mission?"
Who are you and what is your mission? So what does Krishna say? He is?
Destroyer.
Yeah.
He is time. He is time. Yes.
Time.
His mission is to?
Destroy.
His mission is to destroy, isn't it? So Krishna wants Arjuna to simply fight the war and just be an instrument, isn't it? That is very, very crucial lesson. See here, you can be an instrument in the fight. So the same thing applies to us. No, the result is already there with Krishna. The bottom line is, are we willing to become instruments of Krishna? And then Krishna says that we can win the glory. He tells Arjuna that you fight, you win and you can win the glory. So Krishna likes to give credit to his devotees. No, he empowers his devotees. He gives the glory to his devotees. He gives the credit to his devotees. So we only have to become an instrument in the hands of Krishna. Nimitta matram, Krishna says. Nimitta matram. So what is the name of Arjuna that Krishna uses only one time in the entire Bhagavad Gita we saw in the previous class?
Sabhyasachi.
Savyasachi, yes, Savyasachi. What does this name mean?
That Krishna Arjuna can fight with his two hands at the same time.
With equal
potency.
Equal potency, equal efficiency, isn't it? Yes, very nice. So Savyasachi is also very, very important name here that Krishna is using in this context. Okay, so let's start today's class. Who can read today? Shreya.
Can I read, Mataji?
I can read, but I have to go in few minutes probably. So
Okay. Okay, so Shri Radhe Hari, would you like to read?
Yes, Mataji, thank you.
Okay. Let's hear the verse.
द्रोणं च भीष्मं च जयद्रथं च कर्णं तथान्यानपि योधवीरान् मया हतांस्त्वं जहिमा व्यथिष्ठा युध्यस्वजेतासि रणे सपत्नान्.
Hare Krishna. Drona, Bhishma, Jayadratha, Karna, and the other great warriors have already been destroyed by me. Therefore, kill them and do not be disturbed. Simply fight, and you will vanquish your enemies in battle. Hare Krishna.
So Krishna is mentioning the warriors that are going to be killed, no? He's saying that Drona, Bhishma, Jayadratha, Karna, and the other great warriors have already been destroyed by me. So see, Krishna is mentioning the prominent names here so that Arjuna does not have to be concerned about how he's going to defeat these great warriors, no? Drona, of course, is the spiritual master of Arjuna. He's the one who taught Arjuna the art of archery and other things. No, he's the teacher. Bhishma has this blessing. No, he is blessed that he can choose when he wants to die. So how can Arjuna kill him? Karna, of course, we know that he is another formidable warrior. He is actually the son of the sun god. Of course, it was not revealed at the time of the war to Arjuna, but Karna also was a formidable warrior. Now, Jayadratha here, this name Jayadratha, he was not a very great warrior. He was not such a formidable, he was not such a threat. But then Jayadratha had a boon. He had received a boon from Lord Shiva that he would be able to keep all the Pandavas at bay, will be able to simultaneously fight all the Pandavas for one day. That was one boon that he had received. All the Pandavas except Arjuna. So this was the boon that he had received, and that's the reason why this name Jayadratha Krishna is mentioning here. See, previously also in verse number 26, Krishna mentioned warriors that he would be killing, that would be dead in the war. But that time he doesn't mention Jayadratha. Nor does Duryodhan mention Jayadratha in the first chapter. In the first chapter, Duryodhan mentioned the prominent warriors on both parties, both the sides. At that time, Jayadratha he had not mentioned. So actually, he's not such a formidable warrior, but he plays a crucial role also in this war because he was responsible for the killing of whom? Which warrior on the Pandava side?
Abhimanyu.
Abhimanyu, isn't it? Abhimanyu. Yes, the killing of Abhimanyu can be said that it's the turning point of the war. Because after Abhimanyu was killed, see, before the war began, both parties had come to an agreement that these are the set of rules and regulations, no, that there will be no war after sunset and the war will begin after sunrise and one warrior will fight one warrior at a time, no, and both of them should be on their respectable, like if one is with a chariot and the other is without the chariot, then you cannot attack. So like that, the rules and regulations were charted out before the war began. But at that time, then finally, they made one rule, which is that if one party, if the Pandava said that if you people break the rules, if the Kauravas were to break the rules, then the Pandavas also will not follow the rules because they knew that they are fighting against a side who have the tendency to cheat. No, they also cheated in the gambling match. So what happened is in this killing of Abhimanyu, the Kauravas had broken one of the rules of the war. Which was that?
The 5 or 6 warriors together they fought with a single Abhimanyu.
6 warriors simultaneously fought with Abhimanyu. So that was a time when the Kauravas had broken the rule. And therefore, after that, the Pandavas also, they did not have to follow the rules because that was the agreement that was reached upon before the war started. So that is the reason why Dronacharya was killed the way he was killed and Karna was killed the way he was killed, no? Because this killing of Abhimanyu was the turning point. So anyway, Krishna has mentioned that you don't have to worry about these warriors. They have already been destroyed by me. Therefore, kill them and do not be disturbed. Simply fight and you will vanquish your enemies in battle. So you just do your duty. You just be my instrument and you will be able to be victorious. So if we do what we can do, Krishna empowers us to do what we cannot do. No, Abhimanyu was, I'm sorry, Arjuna could think that how am I going to kill these great warriors? But he just has to do what he can do. He could fight the war. He's a Kshatriya. It's his duty to fight. So he just had to fight. And then Krishna empowered him to do what he would not otherwise be able to do. This is the lesson we get from this verse. Okay, so now in this section, we see a set of prayers that Arjuna offers. Totally, there are a set of 11 prayers, no? These prayers can be split up into glorification. Then he's offering obeisances. Then Arjuna apologizes to Krishna. And then Arjuna has a request. So a total of 11 prayers. And the mood in which you see Arjuna here, you will never see him in this mood in any other part of the Bhagavad Gita. Only here, exclusively here, after he has seen the universal form, that you can see this particular mood of Arjuna. So let's see what this is all about.
Sanjaya Uvacha Etachritva Vachanam Keshavasya Kritanjalirvepamanah Kiriti Namaskritva Bhuya Evaha Krishnam Sagadgadam Bhita Bhita Pranamya.
Sanjay said to Yudhishthira, O king, after hearing these words from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the trembling Arjuna offered obeisances with folded hands again and again. He fearfully spoke to Lord Krishna in a flattering voice as follows. Hare Krishna.
So Sanjay again makes his reappearance in the Bhagavad Gita here. So Sanjay is describing to Dhritarashtra what is the condition of Arjuna. So how is Arjuna right now? He is trembling. His body is trembling. He's offering obeisances with folded hands again and again. His voice is faltering and he is in a fearful condition. So this is Arjuna's condition after he sees the universal form. By what name is Arjuna referred to in this verse?
Kesavasya.
Keshava. Where is that?
Yeah.
No, that is a name of Krishna, Keshava. But by what name is Arjuna being referred to in this verse?
Kirti?
Kiriti, yes. Kiriti means what?
Kshatriya,
Glory.
No,
Kshatriya,
not in this context. Kiriti actually means, he is called Kiriti because he has a special helmet that was given to him by his father Indra. It was a divine helmet, and therefore, because Arjuna had destroyed some of the enemies of Indra, at that time Indra had given him this special helmet, and therefore Arjuna is known as Kiriti from that time. Okay, let's see what. So this section here, Arjuna is glorifying Krishna from 36 to 38. Let's see what Arjuna says next.
Arjuna Uvacha Sthane Hrishikesha Tava Prakirtya Jagat Prahrishyatyanurajyate Cha Rakshamsi Bhitani Disho Dravanti Sarve Namasyanti Cha Siddha Sanghaha.
O great one, greater even than Brahma, you are the original creator. Why then should they not offer their respectful obeisances unto you, O limitless one God?
No,
of
that
Sorry?
Arjuna said,
I'm sorry, we
Sorry?
missed I was on the wrong screen. Can you read 36?
Yeah, Arjuna said, O master of the senses, the world becomes joyful upon hearing your name, and thus everyone becomes attached to you. Although the perfected beings offer you their respectful homage, the demons are afraid and they flee here and there. All this is rightly done. Hare Krishna.
So Arjuna said, O master of the senses. What name of Krishna means that he's a master of the senses?
Rishikesh.
Rishikesha. Very nice. So he's saying, O master of the senses, the world becomes joyful upon hearing your name, and thus everyone becomes attached to you. So see, there are two things that happen when one hears the holy name. What is it? We become joyful and we become attached to Krishna. This is the whole, this is the reason why we chanting, no, there is a lot of emphasis given in our Shastra on chanting the holy name. There is a lot of potency in chanting the holy name. It is the It is the most important devotional service. Hearing and chanting, Shravanam and Kirtanam. So Arjuna is saying the world becomes joyful upon hearing your name, and thus, because they are becoming joyful, they become attached to Krishna. Then, although the perfected beings offer you their respectful homage, the demons are afraid. So the perfected beings, the siddhas, those who are engaging in sadhana bhakti, they are respectful, and the demons on the other side, they are afraid and they flee here and there. And then Arjuna says, all this is rightly done. So he says that it is only appropriate, no, that the siddhas are offering their respectful homage to you, O Rishikesha, and that the demons are afraid of you and they are flying here, they are fleeing here and there. Forty-seven.
कस्माच्च तेनानमेरन्महात्मन् गरीयसे ब्रह्मणोऽप्यादिकर्त्रे अनन्तदेवेश जगन्निवास त्वमक्षरं सदसत्तत्परं च.
O Great One, greater even than Brahma, you are the original creator. Why then should they not offer their respectful obeisances unto you? O limitless one, God of gods, refugee of the universe, you are the invincible source, the cause of all causes, transcendental to this material manifestation. Hare Krishna.
So Arjuna is saying, O great one, greater even than Brahma, you are the original creator. So yes, Brahma is the creator, but Brahma is the created creator. The original creator is Krishna. Because we have already discussed how Krishna's first expansion in the material world is Mahavishnu. From the breathing of Mahavishnu, universes are created. Then Mahavishnu expands as Garbhodakashayi Vishnu. Garbhodakashayi Vishnu enters into each universe. And then from Garbhodakashayi Vishnu comes Kshirodakashayi Vishnu, or the Paramatma, who enters into the heart of every living entity. And it is from the navel of Garbhodakashayi Vishnu that a lotus springs up, and from that lotus appears Lord Brahma. So yes, Brahma is the creator, but he is the created creator. So Arjuna is saying, oh great one, greater even than Brahma, you are the original creator. Why then should they not offer their respectful obeisances unto you? So it is only appropriate that they are all offering obeisances unto you, because you are the original creator. O limitless one, Ananta, God of gods, Devesha, refuge of the universe, Jagan Nivasa. You are the invincible source. You are Aksharam. No? You are imperishable. You are the cause of all causes, Sat Asat. And you are Param. You are transcendental to this material manifestation. So here we see how Arjuna is glorifying Krishna in this set of verses.
त्वमादिदेवः पुरुषः पुराणः त्वमस्य विश्वस्य परं निधानम् वेत्तासि वेद्यं च परं च धाम त्वया ततं विश्वमनन्तरूप.
You are the original personality of Godhead, the oldest, the ultimate sanctuary of this manifested cosmic world. You are the knower of everything, and you are all that is knowable. You are the supreme refugee above the material modes, O limitless form. This whole cosmic manifestation is pervaded by you. Hare Krishna.
So this is the last verse in the glorification section, where Arjuna continues to glorify Krishna. What does he say here? You are the original personality of Godhead. You are Adi Deva. Adi means original. So he's Adi Deva. He's the original personality of Godhead. He is the oldest. Purusha Puranas. So he is the oldest. That does not mean that Krishna is a very, very old man. He is eternally residing as a 16-year-old boy in Golok, Vrindavan. So tam adi deva purusha puranas tvam asya vishwasya param nidhanam. He is the ultimate sanctuary of this manifested cosmic world. So he is the sanctuary, or he's the resting place of this manifested cosmic world. You are the knower of everything and you are all that is knowable. So Krishna knows everything. He knows all the Vedas. And from the Vedas, who has to be known? It is Krishna who has to be known. So Krishna knows the Vedas, and from all the Vedas, he is the object that has to be known. Ultimately, one has to come to the conclusion of knowing that yes, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So that's why Vetasi Vedyam. He's the knower of everything and he's all that is knowable. You are the supreme refuge. Param Dhama. He is the supreme refuge above the material modes. O limitless form, O Ananta Rupa, this whole cosmic manifestation is pervaded by you. From you, Tvaya Tatam Vishwam, this whole Vishwam, this whole cosmic manifestation is pervaded by you, Arjuna is saying. Now, for the next two verses, Arjuna offers obeisances to the universal form.
वायुर्यमोऽग्निर्वरुणः शशाङ्कः प्रजापतिस्त्वं प्रपितामहश्च नमो नमस्तेऽस्तु सहस्रकृत्वः पुनश्च भूयोऽपि नमो नमस्ते.
You are the air, you are the supreme controller, you are fire, you are water, and you are the moon, you are Brahma, the first living creature, and you are the great grandfather. I therefore offer my respectful obeisances unto you 1,000 times and again, yet again. Hare Krishna.
So you are air, you are the supreme controller. Vayur, Yamo, then he says you are Agni, you are Varuna, you are Shashanka, you are fire, you are water, you are the moon. You are Brahma, Prajapati. Prajapati here refers to Lord Brahma. It means Lord of the creatures. Then Prapitamahas. Prapitamahas here refers to Krishna. And it means great grandfather. So why is Krishna referred to as a great grandfather?
Because he's the oldest.
No,
Okay,
because
so from
Brahma is
Brahma
Because
is
he al-
Brahma
He's
is
the
the father, and he is the father of Brahma.
so
Brahma
then he
is-
should
so
be
it is
the
grandfather.
grandfather. No, if
Great.
Brahma is the father, then Krishna should be the grandfather. But here he is Prapitamahas. He is the great grandfather.
because Krishna is eternal.
Krishna is eternal, but so are the living entities. No, why he is the great grandfather? So who is the father, who is the grandfather, and who is the great grandfather of the living entities?
Who's the grandfather of the living entities? I think Brahmaji is called
Brahma
grandfather.
is the grandfather.
Brahma is the grandfather. That's why Brahma is referred to as Pitamahas. Okay, but Krishna is Prapitamahas. So he's a great grandfather. So if Krishna is a great grandfather, Brahma is the grandfather, then who is the father of the living entities?
Krishna.
Prajapati.
Who?
Prajapati?
No, Prajapati here refers to Lord
Prajapati is
Brahma.
Brahma.
The father of living entities is Krishna.
Manu, okay,
Manu,
because
yeah,
from Manu,
Manu.
all the living entities have come.
Yeah.
We've done this previously. Okay, so all, because the word man or Manusha itself comes from Manu. Manu is the son of Brahma. Okay, so here, Prapitamahas, Krishna, Arjuna is saying that you are the great grandfather. Therefore, Arjuna is saying, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Namo Namaste. Namo Namaste. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Now, how many times he is offering his obeisances? Sahasra. Sahasra Kritva means 1,000 times. And how many times 1,000 times? He says, Punascha Bhuyo. Again and yet again, Namo Namaste. So Arjuna is offering his respectful obeisances 1,000 times and again and yet again. So you can see how Arjuna is in this mood of extreme reverence, extreme reverence after he's seeing this universal form. So you can see how his mood has changed. Previously, it was friendship, then there was wonder, then there is fear, And now he is offering obeisances over and over again.
नमः पुरस्तादथ पृष्ठतस्ते नमोऽस्तु ते सर्वत एव सर्वम् अनन्तवीर्यामितविक्रमस्त्वं सर्वं समाप्नोषि ततोऽसि सर्वः.
Obeisances to you from the front, from behind, from all sides, O unbounded power. You are the master of limitless might. You are all pervading, and thus you are everything. Hare Krishna.
So Arjuna previously said that he is offering his respectful obeisances again and again 1,000 times. And here he's saying how he is offering obeisances from the front, from behind, and from all sides. Why? Because he can see the universe. Wherever he turns, he is only seeing the universal form. He is not able to see the sky at all. No, the universal form has covered everything. So therefore he's saying, I'm offering obeisances to you from the front, from behind, and from all sides. So you see, even offering obeisances to the universal form is difficult. Where to offer obeisances? No. So how can one have an intimate relationship with the universal form? Therefore, this universal form, this form of Krishna is not something that devotees are attracted to. Neither is Krishna interested in showing this universal form to his devotees. You cannot embrace. You cannot have an intimate relationship with this universal form. You cannot. Arjuna is having difficulty even offering obeisances. So he's saying, I'm offering you obeisances from the front, from behind, and from all sides. Oh, unbounded power. You are the master of limitless might. He says that you are Ananta Virya. See, Ananta Virya, you have unlimited potency, and you are Amita Vikramas. You have unlimited force. Because you are Ananta Virya and you are Amita Vikramas, therefore, you are everything. Krishna is saying, you are Sarva, you are everything. I'm sorry, Arjuna says, not Krishna. 41 and 42 is together.
सखेति मत्वा प्रसभं यदुक्तं हे कृष्ण हे यादव हे सखेति अजानता महिमानं तवेदं मया प्रमादात् प्रणयेन वापि यच्चाहवासार्थमसत्कृतोऽसि विहारशय्यासनभोजनेषु एकोऽथवाप्यच्युत तत्समक्षम् तत्क्षामये त्वामहमप्रमेयम्.
Thinking of you as my friend, I have already addressed you, O Krishna, O Yadava, my friend. Not knowing your glories, please forgive whatever I may have done in madness or in love. I have dishonored you many times, jesting as we relaxed, lay on the same bed, or sat on, or ate together, sometimes alone and sometimes in front of many friends. O infallible one, please excuse me for all other offenses. Hare Krishna.
Now, what is Arjuna saying next? Thinking of you as my friend, I have rashly addressed you as O Krishna, O Yadava, O my friend. So Arjuna is saying that he has inappropriately addressed Krishna, thinking that he is his friend. So he's saying, Sakheti, I addressed you as O my friend. I addressed you as Hey Krishna, Hey Yadava, Hey Sakheti. Thinking that you are my friend, I addressed you as O Krishna, O Yadava, O Sakheti, O my friend. So if one has to respectfully address, then he didn't address him as Shri Krishna. He said, O Krishna, no? O Yadava. Yadava means he is a member of the Yadu dynasty. He's only a member of the Yadu dynasty. He is not the king. Who is the king at that time? Ugrasena was crowned the king, no? After Kamsa was killed. So he's saying that like you're a member of the Yadu dynasty. Hey, Sakheti, oh my friend. And why did he address him inappropriately? He says that he was not knowing the glories of Krishna. Arjuna was unaware of the glories of Krishna. Ajanata Mahimanam. He says, I did not know your Mahima. I did not know your glories. Therefore, I have inappropriately addressed you in this way. And he has done this because out of either pramadat or pranayena, out of either foolishness or out of love. Sometimes out of foolishness, out of madness, or in love, he has inappropriately addressed Krishna, Arjuna is saying. Now, not only has he addressed him in an inappropriate way, Arjuna says that he has even done inappropriate things. Asat krito. Asat krito means he has even behaved. No, he has even done inappropriate things. What are the inappropriate things that he has done? Arjuna says, he says, I have dishonored you many times, jesting as we relaxed, lay on the same bed, sat or ate together, sometimes alone and sometimes in front of many friends. So Arjuna is saying that by laying on the same bed as Krishna, by sitting and eating with him, also he has behaved in an inappropriate way. Then he addresses him as Achyuta. Achyuta means infallible, one who never makes any mistakes. Oh, infallible one, please excuse me for all those offenses. So he's addressing him as Achyuta, as infallible, saying that yes, you are infallible, but I am not infallible. I am not someone who can never make mistakes. I can make mistakes. So there, you are perfect. I am not perfect. So therefore, please excuse me for all these offenses, Arjuna is saying.
हितासि लोकस्य चराचरस्य त्वमस्य पूज्यश्च गुरुर्गरीयान् न त्वत्समोऽस्त्यभ्यधिकः कुतोऽन्यो लोकत्रयेऽप्यप्रतिमप्रभाव.
You are the father of this complete cosmic manifestation of the moving and non-moving. You are its worshipful chief, the supreme spiritual master. No one is greater than you, nor can anyone be one with you. How then could there be anyone greater than you within these three worlds, O Lord of immeasurable power, Hare Krishna?
So why should Krishna forgive Arjuna? Arjuna is saying that because you are Pitasi, you are the father of what? Lokasya. You are the father of this complete cosmic manifestation. Chara Achara. You are the father of all the moving and the non-moving living entities. You are Pujas. You are worshipable. You are Gurur Gariyan. You are the supreme spiritual master. Na Tvat Samo. There is no one equal to you. And there is no one greater than you. No, then Arjuna says, Abhyadika kuto anyo. Where can there be anyone who is greater than you in Lokatraya, in all the three worlds? Then he says that you are apratima prabhava. You have immeasurable power. So Arjuna is saying that you please forgive me because you are the father of this entire cosmic manifestation. You are the father of all the moving and the non-moving living entities. Now, what do you mean by moving and non-moving living entities? The non-moving living entities are?
Trees,
Trees
Yes,
and
trees, plants, herbs, right, bushes. So these are all the non-moving living entities, and moving living entities are fishes, birds,
human,
animals, human
yeah.
beings, etc. Right? So he's saying that you are the lord of the Chara and Achara, moving and the non-moving living entities. You are the worshipable chief. You are the supreme spiritual master. No one is greater than you, nor can anyone be one with you. How then could there be anyone greater than you within the three worlds, O Lord of immeasurable power? So therefore, please forgive me.
तस्मात् प्रणम्य प्रणिधाय कायं प्रसादये त्वामहमीशमीड्यम् हितेव पुत्रस्य सखेव सख्युः प्रियः प्रियायार्हसि देव सोढुम्.
you are the supreme Lord to be worshipped by every living being. Thus I fall down to offer you my respectful obeisances and ask your mercy as a father tolerates the impudence of his son, a friend, the impertinence of a friend or a husband, the familiarity of his wife. Please tolerate the wrongs I may have done you. Hare Krishna.
So with this verse, Arjuna concludes his appeal for apology. And where is Arjuna right now from this verse? Can you say? Where is he? From this verse?
On the floor.
On the floor. Very nice. How? From which part of the verse can you say that?
Thus I fall down to
Aha.
offer you.
Yes. Arjuna says, thus I fall down to offer you my respectful obeisance. So right now Arjuna is flat down on the ground, offering obeisances to Krishna, asking for his mercy. So see, he's giving 3 examples here. How a father forgives his son. Has a father tolerate the impudence of his son. So sometimes the son may speak rashly with the father, but the father tolerates the impudence of his son sometimes, and the father can forgive the son. Just as our friend, the impertinence of a friend. So sometimes as a friend also, out of friendship, one may be rude, or one may be rash, or one may not be very polite. So that time also a friend can forgive a friend. Or a husband, the familiarity of his wife. So here, Piteva Putrasya, how the father forgives the son. Sakheva Sakyuhu, how the friend can forgive his friend. And then Priyaya. So Priyaya, if you see the synonyms here, it's lover, no? Priya. We say Priya means somebody who's very dear to you. So Priya means here in the synonyms, Prabhupada says lover. And Priyaya, he says dear most. But in the translation, Prabhupada says husband forgives the familiarity of his wife. So one may say, why? Why this difference? So if you see the rules of Sanskrit, Priya refers to, is masculine, refers to a male, and Priyaya would refer to a woman, refer to a female. Now in Vedic philosophy, there is no question of lovers. No, it's only husband-wife relationship that is authorized and bona fide according to our Shastra. So there is no question of a boyfriend and a girlfriend here forgiving each other. That's not possible that Krishna is talking about a boyfriend and a girlfriend. So definitely it is husband and wife. Therefore here Srila Prabhupada is saying husband, the familiarity of his wife. Now again one may say, why husband forgiving the wife? Now we have discussed how previously by nature men and women are different. Women are more women let their emotions control them. Women by nature are more emotional. Women by nature go by what the heart says, and the men by nature go by what the head says. And because a woman is more into emotions, therefore the duties of man and woman are divided such that woman is more is given the responsibility of taking care of the home, the husband, the children, no, because there the emotions are required. There you need more patience, more love, more affection, no. And the man, the prescribed duty of a man is to economically maintain his family, and therefore for that you need to use the head more than the heart. We know very well that it's more easy to manipulate a woman than to manipulate a man, simply because a woman is all heart more than the head. No, the woman is the man is considered to be the head of the family, but the woman is the heart of the family. So because the women are prone to be manipulated, therefore women need to be protected always. Vedic system is women should always be protected so that they are not manipulated in the outside world, and people don't take advantage of their emotions. So when there is a protector and the protected species here is the woman, and the protector is the man. So obviously when somebody is a protector and the other is protected, the protector has is in other words also a controller, also a controller. So therefore it says your husband tolerates the familiarity of his wife. Now one may ask, what about vice versa? What about the wife tolerating the familiarity of the husband? So see, in a relationship, if you do something for a friend, it's only natural that it is reciprocated by the opposite party. Not only a friend, but anybody in any relationship. What you do for another person will automatically be reciprocated in the same way. It is only natural that it happens. So because one is put here in a particular way, it's understood that it also works vice versa. So just as how a husband tolerates the impudence of his son, a friend the importance of a friend, or a husband the familiarity of his wife, please tolerate the wrongs I may have done to you. Arjuna is telling to Krishna.
अदृष्टपूर्वं हृषितोऽस्मि दृष्ट्वा भयेन च प्रव्यथितं मनो मे तदेव मे दर्शय देवरूपं प्रसीद देवेश जगन्निवास
Hare Krishna. After seeing the universal form, which I have never seen before, I am gladdened, but at the same time my mind is disturbed with fear. Therefore, please bestow your grace upon me and reveal again your form as the personality of Godhead, O Lord of Lords, O abode of the universe.
So Arjuna is repeating what Krishna said before. Adrishta Purvam. Adrishta Purvam means this universal form has never been seen before. Now we have already discussed how previously Krishna did show the universal form when he went as a peace messenger and also twice to Yashoda. But that universal form is different from this universal form. This universal form has that element which has imbibed fear in Arjuna. What is that element? The Kala Rupa, no? The Kala Rupa of the universal form, where Krishna is showing that all these warriors are getting smashed in his teeth, no? And there is blood. So that Kala Rupa of Krishna has never been seen before. So now what is Arjuna saying? That after seeing this universal form, which I have never seen before, I am gladdened. So yes, he's saying that he is Harshito, he is happy, but at the same time, his mind is very, very disturbed, with fear by seeing that Kala Rupa of the universal form. Therefore, now Arjuna is making a request in 45 and verse 45 and 46. Arjuna is making a request. What is a request? Arjuna is saying, please bestow your grace upon me and reveal again your form as the personality of Godhead. Show me the Deva Rupam. Arjuna is saying, Darshaya Deva Rupam. Show me your form as the personality of Godhead. O Devesha, O Lord of the Lords, O Jagan Nivasa, O abode of the universe. So Arjuna is requesting that please show me your Deva Rupam. Now Arjuna does not want to see this universal form anymore. He is so perturbed, he is so disturbed by that Kala Rupa.
किरीटिनं गदिनं चक्रहस्तम् इच्छामि त्वां द्रष्टुमहं तथैव तेनैव रूपेण चतुर्भुजेन सहस्रबाहो भव विश्वमूर्ते
O universal form, O thousand-armed Lord, I wish to see you in your four-armed form, with helmet head and club, wheel conch, and lotus flower in your hands. I long to see you in that form. Hare Krishna.
So, O universal form, O thousand-armed Lord. Why is he referring to him as the thousand-armed Lord?
Because he's seeing that in the Virat Rupa.
In the universal form, he has thousands of arms. So, he's calling him as Sahasrabaho, 1,000-armed Lord. I wish to see you in your four-armed form. So first Arjuna wants to see Krishna in his four-armed form. In the four arms, what does he carry? Club, wheel, conch, and lotus flower, and with helmeted head, with Kiritinam. With the helmeted head, he wants to see his four-handed form in his hands. I long to see you in that form, Krishna. O universal form, Vishwamurte. So this is another name here. Vishwamurte, O universal form. So Arjuna's first request is, I want to see the four-handed form of the Lord. So see here, you can see how in this revelation, first Arjuna saw how the universal form is pervading everything, pervading all the directions. So if you want to use a metaphor, an example, let's say one is in a theater and watching a gigantic being. Let's say somebody is watching a movie on dinosaurs and you see these huge dinosaurs are coming on the screen. So he's seeing something like that, no? Sees the universal form pervading all directions. And what is Arjuna's reaction at that time? He is awestruck. He marvels at the all-pervasiveness of the universal form while noting that it is so effulgent, no? There is so much effulgence that it is difficult to observe, that he is not able to see because of the effulgence. But then later on, what does Arjuna see? He sees the unbearably bright universal form actually emanating destructive fire from the mouth. So it's like that gigantic being on the screen. Now the dinosaur that's on screen is actually destroying everything on its way. In that movie that we are seeing, we see the gigantic being is on a destructive rampage. Suddenly his emotion changes to fear. Then Arjuna sees the ghastly universal form devouring warriors on the battlefield. So that can be compared to that gigantic being actually destroying your own neighborhood. So let's say you're watching that movie on dinosaurs. First you see the dinosaurs. Then you see the dinosaurs destroying everything in the movie. But suddenly if you see the dinosaur is just right there in the theater and destroying everybody around you, all the other people who are sitting in the theater, then how fearful that would be, isn't it? So therefore now Arjuna's fear becomes so overwhelming that he begs to know what he is seeing. After offering some prayers, he begs that the vision be stopped. So you can see how Arjuna's reactions um, are moving from marvel to fear to now to such an extent. So he is so overwhelmed that he doesn't want to see it anymore. So do Arjuna's prayers alter the mood of his relationship with Krishna? So contextually, yes, Arjuna offers obeisances repeatedly and apologizes fervently. So yes, for that particular time, no, that temporary period, yes, his mood is changing. His relationship has changed with Krishna because he's repeatedly offering obeisance. He's down flat on the floor and he says that he's offering obeisances over and over and over again. But overall, no, because after this, post this section, then again you will see how Arjuna continues to ask the important questions to Krishna, and how Krishna also does not use that the fact that he has now shown his universal form and says that, okay, now you see who I really am, therefore you just follow what I'm saying. No, neither that does Krishna force Arjuna after showing the universal form to fight the war. What Arjuna ultimately, this discussion continues, and in the last chapter we will see ultimately it all leads to Arjuna freely choosing. No, so he uses his free will. He out of his own choice says that yes, I will fight the war. So Arjuna freely chooses to harmonize Krishna's will. So overall, it does not alter the relationship with Krishna. Only yes, in this context, temporarily, yes. But after this section, again, it comes back to normal. So now we will see the last section of this chapter, and we will see how Krishna responds to Arjuna's request.
श्रीभगवानुवाच मया प्रसन्नेन तवार्जुनेदं रूपं परं दर्शितमात्मयोगा तेजोमयं विश्वमनन्तमाद्यं यन्मे त्वदन्येन न दृष्टपूर्वम्.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, my dear Arjun, happily I shown you by my internal potency this supreme universal form within the material world. No one before you has ever seen this primeval form, unlimited and full of glaring effulgence. Hare Krishna.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Now, what is Krishna saying? My dear Arjuna, happily I have shown you by my internal potency. Rupam Param Darshitam. I have shown you this universal form, Atma Yoga, by my internal potency. With this supreme universal form within the material world. No one before you has ever seen this primal form, unlimited and full of glaring effulgence. So this is like Krishna is telling Arjuna, what happened? You only requested to see this universal form and I obliged very happily. And now again you're saying that you do not want to see this form. So this is, the Acharyas explained, it's like Krishna joking with Arjuna. That you were the one who wanted to see, now you don't want to see. So let's see what happens next. In 3 verses, Krishna is responding to Arjuna's request.
न वेदयज्ञाध्ययनैर्न दानैर्न च क्रियाभिर्न तपोभिरुग्रैः एवं रूपः शक्य अहं नृलोके द्रष्टुं त्वदन्येन कुरु प्रवीर.
O best of the poor warriors, no one before you has ever seen this universal form of mine, for neither by studying the Vedas, nor by performing sacrifices, nor by charity, nor by pious activities, nor by severe penances can I be seen in this form in the material world. Hare Krishna.
So Krishna continues to respond to Arjuna's request, and he says that no one before you has ever seen this universal form of mine. And for neither by studying the Vedas, na Veda, nor by performing sacrifices, yagya, nor by charity, nor by dana, nor by pious activities, nor by kriya, nor by severe penances, nor by tapobhir, can I be seen in this form in the material world. So this universal form, one cannot say that, oh, I have read the Vedas, I have done a lot of yagyas, I have given a lot of charity, I have done a lot of karma kanda activities or pious activities as karma kanda, or I have done a lot of tapasya. Therefore, I should see this universal form. So Krishna is saying that you cannot see this form by any of these methods. Okay, Lavina, you have your hand raised.
I have a
Yeah,
question.
actually,
Yes.
when you said that in this verse it is written that God is telling that we can't, nobody have seen this universal form. But before you said, I don't know, about 2, 3 last week, you said that in the battlefield also some of them saw the universal form of God.
Yeah, in the battlefield. So see, Krishna is showing the universal form to Arjuna. And at that time, Krishna is telling Arjuna that no one before you has seen this form. Now, simultaneously, Sanjaya is seeing. But at that time, when Krishna is showing the universal form and there is a conversation going on between Krishna and Arjuna, so Krishna is saying that before you, nobody else has seen. Right now, simultaneously, Sanjaya is given the divine
Ah,
vision to see. But at that time, when Krishna is speaking, he's saying that no one before you has seen. So before it has not happened.
okay. You mean to
Okay.
say at the battlefield they have seen, but not before the battlefield.
Yeah, before the battle, it was never seen by anyone. And there at that time on the battlefield, also Sanjaya was able to see, and the residents of the other planetary systems were able to see. But the warriors on the battlefield were not able to see the universal form.
But means universal form is he's having thousand hands, isn't it?
Yes, thousands of arms, heads, eyes,
Arms and
legs,
everything.
everything.
And the Narayan form is 400, isn't it?
Yes, correct. Narayana is
And
4 hands.
Krishna form is with 2 hands.
2 hands, yes, correct.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Welcome. Okay, let's see what Krishna says next.
मा ते व्यथा मा च विमूढभावो दृष्ट्वा रूपं घोरमिदृङ्ममेदम् व्यपेतभिप्रीतमनाः पुनस्त्वं तदेव मे रूपमिदं प्रपश्य.
You have been perturbed and bewildered by seeing this horrible creature of mine. Now let it be finished, my devotee. Be free again from all disturbances. With a peaceful mind, you can now see the form you desire. Hare Krishna.
So Krishna is saying that by seeing Drishtva Rupam Ghoram, by seeing this horrible feature of mine, O Arjuna, you have been perturbed, you have been bewildered by this Ghora Rupa. Therefore, now let it be finished. So Krishna does not want that Arjuna is perturbed. He does not want his devotees to be disturbed. So therefore, Krishna is saying, because you are perturbed and bewildered by this horrible feature of mine, therefore now let it be finished. My devotee, be free from all disturbances. Be free again from all disturbances with a peaceful mind. You can now see the form you desire. So see, Krishna does not want that Arjuna is perturbed. The Lord does not want to see his devotees disturbed or perturbed. Neither does it's a loving relationship. No, Krishna wants the well-being of his devotees, and the devotee also wants to always love Krishna. So therefore, Krishna is saying, okay, now because you are perturbed, because you are disturbed, let it now be finished.
सञ्जय उवाच इत्यर्जुनं वासुदेवस्तथोक्त्वा स्वकं रूपं दर्शयामास भूयः आश्वासयामास च भीतमेनं भूत्वा पुनः सौम्य वपुर्महात्मा.
Sanjay said to the Dhritarashtra, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, having spoken thus to Arjuna, displayed his real four-armed form, and at last showed his two-armed form. thus encouraging the fearful Arjuna.
Sanjaya said to Dhritarashtra. Now Sanjaya is describing to Dhritarashtra. What is it that Krishna did? So what did Krishna do? The Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, having spoken thus to Arjuna, displayed his real four-armed form. So Swakam Rupam Darshayam. He showed him his Swakam Rupam. He showed him his real four-armed form. And at last, then what did he show? His two-armed form. Saumya Vapur. Saumya Vapur. Saumya means that is something that is very beautiful. No? So the two-handed form of Krishna is the most beautiful. Most beautiful. So then after showing the four-handed form, after showing the Swakam Rupam, then Krishna showed the Saumya Rupa, Saumya Vapur. He showed his two-armed form, thus encouraging the fearful Arjuna. So, yes, Krishna did comply to Arjuna's request. He showed him his four-handed form and then he showed him his two-handed form, something like this. You can see this very nice, beautiful painting. The four-armed form here and then the two-armed form here. Let's see 51.
Arjuna Uvacha Drishvedam Manusham Rupam Tava Saumyam Janardana Idanimasmi Samvrittaha Sachetah Prakritim Gataha.
When Arjuna thus saw Krishna in his original form, he said, O Janardana, seeing this human-like form so very beautiful, I am now composed in mind, and I am restored to my original nature. Hare Krishna.
So see how Arjuna has changed also. No, previously he was very disturbed, very perturbed. He was fearful. Now Arjuna is saying that I am composed in mind. I am composed in mind. Why Arjuna is now composed in mind? Because now Krishna has shown him the Manusham Rupam, the human-like form. That doesn't mean Krishna is an ordinary human being. Human-like form. We have this form because Krishna has that form. It is not vice versa. So Drishtvedam, Drishtve means after seeing idam, this Manusham Rupam, this human-like form. Arjuna is saying, after I see this human-like form, Tava Saumyam, this is this very, very beautiful form of yours, O Janardana, O Krishna, O chastiser of the enemies. Now, Arjuna says, I am composed in mind and I am restored to my original nature. I am restored to my original nature. So, Prakritim Gata, his Prakriti, his nature has now been restored. So now again, now Arjuna's original nature, which had changed, after he saw the universal form, now that has come back to the normal, that has been restored. He has come back to how he was before. 52.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Sudurdarshamidam Rupam Drishtavanasi Janmama Deva Apyasya Rupasya Nityam Darshana Kankshinaha.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, My dear Arjuna, this form of mine you are now seeing is very difficult to behold. Even the demigods are ever seeking the opportunity to see this form, which is so dear. Hare Krishna.
Supreme Personality of Godhead said, My dear Arjuna, this form of mine you are now seeing is very difficult to behold. Su-dur darsham. Dur darsham means difficult to see. Su-dur darsham means very difficult to see. Idam rupam, this form. So which form of Krishna is very difficult to see, Krishna is saying? The universal form, the four-handed form, the two-handed form.
Universal form.
No, two-handed
Oh.
form.
Two-handed form, because idam rupam, this form. So right now Krishna is in the two-handed form, isn't it? He has
Two-handed.
already shown him from the universal, he has already shown the four-handed and now he's in the two-handed form. So Sudur Darsham idam rupam, this form, this two-handed form is very, very difficult to see. Krishna is saying even the demigods, even the devatas are ever seeking the opportunity to see this form which is so dear. See, Krishna is residing in this form in Goloka. Right? Now we know that Goloka is the spiritual world. And then we have the material world, which is comprising of all these universes, and within the universes there are different planetary systems. In our universe there are 14 planetary systems, and we saw how in the higher planetary systems there are residents in the different planetary systems, and the devatas are in the Swarga Loka, no, Swarga Loka. So these devatas also are in the material world. They are in those higher planetary systems. So how will they see Krishna? Krishna is beyond the material world, no, beyond the Brahman effulgence. He is there. So how will they be able to see Krishna? So therefore, even the demigods are ever seeking the opportunity to see this form, which is so dear, Krishna is saying. We know very well that when Krishna was in the womb of his mother, even the devatas had come and they had offered prayers. No, this you can see in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Devatas had come to visit. Although Krishna is in the womb, they cannot see Krishna. Still, all the devatas had descended to offer their obeisances and to offer prayers when Krishna was in the womb of his mother. And see, even when the devatas saw Krishna, see, when Krishna came to this material world, when he was on our planet, we know these pastimes of how Lord Brahma was completely bewildered when he saw Krishna after Krishna killed Aghasura. He was thinking that, oh, this little boy, he is the one who killed this great demon Aghasura. And then Brahma decided to play a trick. And so he kidnapped Krishna's Gopa friends and all the calves. At that time, what did Krishna do? He expanded himself to each one of those Gopa friends and each one of those calves. And after 1 year, Brahma has returned. And then Brahma sees how Krishna has expanded himself. So he saw all these Narayan forms in all these Gopas and the calves. He saw all these Narayan forms, and Brahma was completely bewildered, completely bewildered. So even when they see Krishna, the devatas are bewildered, no? And then Brahma offers prayers to Krishna. This section also is there in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Very, very nice section you can read from the Veda base.
So, which is the form of in the? You say that the two-handed form is very difficult to see, isn't it?
Yes.
So, which is the form now? Means what we are offering prayers to Krishna. Which form is this? It's a two-handed form, isn't it?
Two-handed form. Yes. Yes. Yes.
But
So,
you say that it's very difficult to see.
yes. So we will address your question in the upcoming slides. Very valid point. Okay. We will address it in the upcoming slides. Okay. Just hold on for a couple of minutes.
Thank you.
Okay. So here, who are these people on the screen? Can you identify? Who is this person here?
Indra.
Indra. And who is this elephant? What's his name?
Is it good? Uh,
Gajendra?
Yeah.
No, not Gajendra.
Airavat?
Yes, Airavat. No, Airavat. So this happened after which Leela? This incident happened where Indra is offering prayers to Krishna. And
When he
Airavat is bathing
Govardhan.
Krishna. Hmm?
Govardhan Giriraji.
Yes, Govardhan Leela. No, when Indra decided to send torrential rain for 7 continuous days and nights, and he wanted to just drown the whole of Vrindavan and the whole all the residents of Vrindavan. That time, 7-year-old Krishna lifted the Govardhan hill on the little finger of his left hand for 7 continuous days and nights. And after that, Indra realized, oh, Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. So then Indra also was bewildered after this Leela. And then Indra offered prayers to Krishna. So even the Devatas say otherwise they cannot see Krishna. So when Krishna came to this planet, then these Devatas, when they saw Krishna, they were completely bewildered. See here, there is a very nice pastime. Once in Dwarka, a Brahmana's wife gave birth to a son who immediately died. The Brahmana took his dead son to the court of King Ugrasena and berated the king. This duplicitous, greedy enemy of Brahmanas has caused my son's death by failing to execute his duties properly. The same misfortune continued to befall the Brahmana, and each time he would bring his dead infant's body to the royal court and berate the king. When the 9th son died at birth, Arjuna happened to hear the Brahmana's complaint, and he said, "My lord, I will protect your progeny, and if I fail, I will enter fire to atone for my sin." Sometime later, the Brahmana's wife was about to give birth for the 10th time. When Arjuna learnt of this, he went to the maternity house and enveloped it with a protective cage of arrows. Arjuna's efforts were to no avail. However, For as soon as the child was born and began to cry, it disappeared into the sky. As the Brahmana profusely derided Arjuna, the warrior set off for the abode of Yamaraj, the king of death. But Arjuna did not find the Brahmana's son there, and even after searching throughout the 14 worlds, he could find no trace of the infant. Having failed to protect the Brahmana's son, Arjuna was now intent on committing suicide by entering the sacred fire. But just as he was about to do so, Lord Krishna stopped him and said, I will show you the Brahmana's son, so please do not despise yourself like this. Lord Krishna then took Arjuna unto his transcendental chariot, and the two of them crossed over the 7 universal islands with their 7 oceans, passed over the Loka mountain range, and entered the region of dense darkness. Since the horses could not find their way, Krishna sent his blazing Sudarshan disc ahead to pierce the gloom. Gradually they came to the water of the causal ocean, within which they found the city of Lord Mahavishnu. There they saw the 1,000-hooded serpent Ananta. Upon him lay Mahavishnu. The great Lord greeted Sri Krishna and Arjuna, saying, I brought the Brahmana sons here simply because I wanted to see the two of you. Please continue to benefit the people in general by exemplifying religious behavior in your forms of Nara Narayana Rishi. Lord Krishna and Arjuna then took the Brahmana sons, went back to Dwaraka, and returned the infants to their father. Having directly experienced the greatness of Sri Krishna, Arjuna was amazed. He concluded that only by the Lord's mercy can a living being exhibit any power or opulence. So why are we saying this story here? What is the context? Is because Mahavishnu himself also played this trick. He brought the Brahmana sons because he wanted to see Krishna and Arjuna. So even Mahavishnu is hankering to see Krishna and his devotee. '53.
नाहं वेदैर्न तपसा न दानेन च यज्ञया शक्य एवं विधो द्रष्टुं दृष्टवानसि मां यथा.
The form you are seeing with your transcendental eyes cannot be understood simply by studying the Vedas, nor by undergoing serious penances, nor by charity, nor by worship. It is not by these means that one can see me as I am.
So here Krishna is glorifying bhakti by saying how we cannot see Krishna, how one cannot see Krishna. So Krishna is telling the form that you are seeing. So this two-handed form cannot be understood simply by studying the Vedas, nor by doing serious penances. Even if you do a lot of tapasya, nor by charity, even if you give lot of charity, nor by worship. Here especially it is referring to yagyas, no, fire sacrifices. So one cannot see Krishna by one can be a great Sanskrit scholar, he may know all the shlokas by memory, etc., and nor by doing serious penances, even by doing a lot of tapasya. See, Hiranyakashipu did a lot of tapasya, but he did not realize God. Karna did a lot of charity, but he did not realize Krishna. Even though Krishna personally requested Karna, please switch sides. Please fight on the side of the Pandavas. Please do not fight on Duryodhana's side. Even then, Karna failed to recognize the glory of Krishna. So, nor by study of the Vedas, nor by penances, nor by charity, nor by worship. It is not possible by any of the means to see me as I am. Krishna is saying. So how can we see Krishna? That Krishna explains in the next verse. Now we will come to Lavina's question. Lavina's question, here it is. See, the Bhagavad Gita states that this form of Krishna is very difficult to see. This may raise the question, but wasn't he seen by all the people present when he performed his pastimes? Wasn't seeing him easy for them? So how to answer this question? So the answer to this question is, this is how we understand. See, one may get to see the Lord, but may not understand the significance of having the darshan of the Lord. And that is why it is almost as if not having seen the Lord only. So they are seeing the Lord, but they are not seeing the Lord because they do not understand how important or how glorious it is to have the darshan of the Lord. Therefore, it is important that one sees the Lord with understanding.
Mm.
See, for example, if there is there is an illiterate boy or an illiterate child in one remote village in the country, and actually the president is visiting that place, no? Now, this boy, he has no idea that he's the president. So he will not appreciate seeing him because he doesn't know that he's the president. Will he appreciate what he's seeing, that he's seeing the president of the country? He is not going to appreciate because he does not have the proper knowledge. But if he knows that actually this person here who's standing right in front of me is actually the president of the country, then he will appreciate it. So in the same way, if a non-devotee will not be able to appreciate the darshan of the, although they are seeing, it's as if they are not seeing. So this is how we understand this. Does
Yeah.
that answer your question?
Yeah, thank you so much.
You're
It's
welcome.
very clear.
Okay, let's see next.
भक्त्या त्वनन्यया शक्य अहमेवं विधोऽर्जुन ज्ञातुं द्रष्टुं च तत्त्वेन प्रवेष्टुं च परन्तप.
My dear Arjun, only by undivided devotional service can I be understood as I am standing before you, and can thus be seen directly. Only in this way you can enter into the mysteries of my understanding. Hare Krishna.
See, previously Krishna said how we cannot understand him. Here Krishna is explaining how we can understand him. How? By the only way, Krishna is saying, only by undivided devotional service. Only by pure bhakti. Ananya means there is nothing else mixed. No, there is no other conception. Don't bring in karma kanda, don't bring in jnana, don't bring in dhyana. There is no other way. The only way that we can understand God is by bhakti, is by devotional service. So, my dear Arjuna, only by undivided, so not only devotional service, but undivided devotional, pure devotional service, not mixed with jnana or karma or dhyana, not mixed with anything else. Only by undivided devotional service, pure devotional service, can I be understood as I am standing before you, and thus can be seen directly. Only in this way you can enter into the mysteries of my understanding. So, bhakti, bhakti, bhakti. And what kind of bhakti? Pure bhakti, ananya bhakti, pure undivided devotional service is the way to understand Krishna, is the way to solve the mystery. Now, last verse of this chapter and last verse of the day. See, God is not a concept to be learned. He's a person to be loved. So that's the reason why Krishna says undivided devotional service, because when there is service, there is love automatically. See, if you have a child, and you will see the child will automatically be more close to that parent that is rendering more service to the child. So usually it's the mother, because the mother is the one who does more service for the child. No, it's the mother who takes care more of the child than the father. Usually that's the thing. But if there is a case where it's the father who is doing more service for the child, then the child gets more attached to the father. So wherever there is service, there is love. Wherever there is service, there is love. So what kind of service? Undivided devotion service. So the heart has to be involved. One may be giving a lot of charity, but where is the heart involved in that? No, in the case of Karna, one may do a lot of yagyas, or one may do a lot of tapasya. One may say, okay, I'm going to only survive on milk. I'm not going to consume anything else. But if your heart is not involved, then where will there is no question of understanding Krishna. So God is not a concept to be learned. He's a person to be loved. He's a person. He's a person like you and me, only that he's the supreme person. He's Purusha. He's a person, but he's Purushottama. He's the topmost person. So therefore, the heart has to be involved when it comes to understanding Krishna. So Krishna is beyond the range of the head. Yes, we say so many times that Krishna is Achintya. He is inconceivable. You cannot understand. So definitely Krishna is beyond the range of the head. He is Ananta. He is unlimited. And our intelligence is very, very limited. Our head we cannot fathom the extent of the glories of Krishna. But at the same time, He is not beyond the reach of the heart. He definitely reciprocates. If we take one step, he will take several more steps towards us. Krishna reciprocates in proportion to our surrender. So he is beyond the range of the head, but not beyond the range of the heart. Krishna extends his hand towards you. Hold it tightly. Hold it tightly. Don't let go. Don't let go. Srila Prabhupada writes in the purport that Lord Chaitanya was appreciated by Rupa Goswami as the most munificent man of charity. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was said to be the most charitable man. Most charitable man. What is the thing that he gave away in charity?
Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
The Hare Krishna Mahamantra, or the love of Godhead. No, very freely he distributed the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. See, this Hare Krishna Mahamantra previously was not revealed to everyone. It was a secret mantra and only the most qualified people would receive it. But what Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did, no, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is none other than Krishna in the mood of Srimati Radharani. He is the combined form of Krishna and Srimati Radharani. So he opened up this mantra for everyone. So when we receive initiation, we are not getting any secret mantra from the spiritual master. It is open for everyone. He opened it so that everyone can be benefited by chanting the holy name. So therefore, he is considered to be the most charitable man because he gave away in charity that which is so difficult to obtain, which is the love of God. So he freely distributed love of God. He freely distributed the Hare Krishna mantra by which we can attain love of God. Now the last verse of the day and of the chapter.
Matkarma krit matparamo madbhakta sangavarjitah nirvairah sarva bhuteshu yasamameti pandava. Om Tatsaditi Srimad Bhagavad Gita Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Vishwarupa Darshana Yogo Nama Ekadashodhyayah.
My dear Arjun, he who engages
Hacemos la
in
guía
my
y alcanzamos a hacer la guía, así que va a estar súper bien. Y me
my dear
One
repito un
second,
poco de lo que
hold on.
explicaba la profesora porque eso lo
One second,
vimos.
hold on.
Sí, es que en la guía que nos dieron ahora, hoy, bueno, ayer,
There's something played by default. I'm sorry. Now.
problem. My dear Arjun, he who engages in my pure devotional service free from the contamination of fruitive activities and mental speculation, he who works for me and who makes me the supreme goal of his life, and who is friendly to every living being, is suddenly comes to me. Hare Krishna.
So again, Krishna is explaining how we can attain him. So first of all, Krishna is saying he certainly comes to me. So again, Krishna is establishing that he is the supreme goal, no, comes to me. So going to Krishna is the supreme goal for every living entity. There cannot be a goal higher than that. So how to attain that? He who engages in my pure devotional service. So first of all, the central point is we have to engage in pure devotional service. Not do seva, but expect something in return. Pure, out of love. Spontaneous, no? Spontaneous devotion. Pure devotional service. Then free from contaminations of fruitive and mental speculation. So see, when we speak about cleanliness, there are two kinds of cleanliness, external and internal, no? Now, internally, what contaminations? Externally, contamination is, of course, the dirt, the dust, the viral or the bacteria or whatever, which can be cleansed by having a bath. But internal contaminations are what? Fruitive activities that we do expecting something in return, expecting the fruit, no? So fruitive activities and mental speculation, just thinking that, oh, maybe it is like this, maybe it is like that, this cannot be true, that is nonsense, this is not possible. This is all mental speculation, no? Not accepting Guru, Sadhu, Shastra as it is, no? So that is mental speculation, bringing in our own conceptions. So one has to be free from these internal contaminations of fruitive activities and mental speculation. He who works for me, we have to work for Krishna. The mat karma krin, engage in doing my work, Krishna says. So work for Krishna and make him the supreme goal. Mat paramo. So make Krishna as the supreme goal of life. Okay, mat karma krin is work for me. Mat paramo, make Krishna the supreme goal. Mat bhakta, engage in my pure devotional service. Sangha varjitaha. Sangha varjitaha. Be free from the contamination of fruitive activities and mental speculation, which we just discussed. And nirvaira. Nirvaira, friendly to every living entity. Nirvaira. Vaira means enemy, and nirvaira means one who has no enemies. So one is friendly to every living entity. One does not have any enemies. So if you follow these 5 principles, Krishna says, then you can certainly come to me. So what are the 5 things? Mat karma krin, mat paramo, mat bhakta, sangha varjitaha, and nirvaira. Engage in my pure devotional service. Be free from the contamination of fruitive activities and mental speculation. Work for me, make me the supreme goal, and be friendly to every living entity. So don't have any enemies. Such a person will certainly come to me. Now one may ask, Krishna is telling Arjuna, don't have any enemies, but then he has to fight. So there are some people on the opposite side, and he's saying that you should not have any enemies. So how to understand this? How to understand this? Is Arjuna fighting them because they are his enemies? How has Arjuna had to fight them?
He's being mere instrument, right?
Yes, just by being an instrument of Krishna. Krishna wants him to fight. Krishna's instruction is you fight. Therefore, Arjuna is fighting. Arjuna is not fighting because he thinks that they are his enemies. No. So therefore, these 5 things, no, top 5, very, very important. Srila Prabhupada says that this verse is the sum and substance of the Bhagavad Gita. Very, very important instruction. So you can read this text of these 5 powerful instruction that Krishna gives to Arjuna in the last verse of this particular chapter. Life is meant to get back to Krishna, not to get back at others. Somebody has offended you, somebody has hurt you. You don't have to get back to them. That is not what this human life is meant for. That is not important. Don't waste your time on such frivolous activities. Life is meant to get back to Krishna. That is the goal. So you can read the conclusion of the chapter when I share the slides in the group. And there are also other instances when this universal form was shown actually by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We discussed how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is none other than Krishna himself. So even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has shown the universal form. One day, Advaita Acharya Prabhu requested Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to display the universal form he had very kindly shown to Arjuna. Lord Chaitanya agreed to this proposal, and Advaita Prabhu was fortunate enough to see the universal form of the Lord. So you can see Advaita Acharya, he's one of the Pancha Tattvas. No? When we chant the Pancha Tattva mantra before the Hare Krishna mantra, which is Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So there we say Shri Advaita. So this is Advaita Acharya of the Panchatattva, the principal associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And you can see how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu here has also shown the universal form to Advaita Acharya. This is in the Chaitanya Leela. If you go to your Veda-based Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela, chapter 17, you can see this particular incident. And here, this is another incident where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed the 6-handed form to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. This place where he showed the 6-handed form is still now, you can go and visit this place in Jagannath Puri. So these 6 hands are 2 were green, 2 were blue, and 2 were golden. The green hands belong to whom?
Sri Rama.
Yeah, Lord Sri Ramachandra, because Ramachandra's complexion was green. So you can see the bow and arrow. The 2 hands of Krishna are blue. You can see here he's with the flute. And the 2 hands of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you can see golden complexion with the stick and the water pot. So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was shown the 6-handed form. In summary, the universal form of Krishna, which is a temporary manifestation, and the form of time, which devours everything, and even the form of Vishnu, four-handed, have all been exhibited by Krishna. Thus, Krishna is the origin of all these manifestations. It is not that Krishna is a manifestation of the original Vishwarupa. So it's not that from that universal form is the two-handed form. It's not like that. See, the material calculation is big, is best. No, that is a material calculation. Anything that is bigger is better. But so therefore, many people think that the universal form is the superior form. But no, the two-handed form is the superior form, not the universal form. Thus, Krishna is the origin of all these manifestations. It is not that Krishna is a manifestation of the original Vishwarupa or Vishnu. Krishna is the origin of all forms. There are hundreds and thousands of Vishnus, but for a devotee, no form of Krishna is important, but the original form, the two-handed Shyama Sundara. In the Brahma Samhita, it is stated that those who are attached to the Shyama Sundara form of Krishna in love and devotion can see him always within the heart and cannot see anything else. One should understand, therefore, that the purport of this 11th chapter is that the form of Krishna is essential and supreme, says Srila Prabhupada. So you can read this verse by verse summary when I share the slides in the group. With that, we come to the end of today's session and the end of this chapter as well. By the mercy of Sri Guru and Sri Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki Jai. Do we have any questions or comments?
Mataji, I was thinking of the mood of Arjuna while fighting. So if he doesn't have any enmity, then while shooting the arrows also we should have some rage towards the opposing army. So how did he develop that mood like?
Yeah, so the rage and anger also can be transcendental in the service of Krishna. That rage was because Arjuna saying that this is my service to Krishna that I have to kill. So therefore he brings in that rage. Just as how Hanuman was angry when he burned down Lanka. But Hanuman did it as a service to Lord Ram. So that rage and anger also can be Krishnaized by having the mentality that this I am doing in the service of Krishna. What is your consciousness? What is it that you are thinking? That is what matters. What is your intention? That's what matters. Does it answer your question?
Yes, Mataji. And one more question was, we need to, without understanding Krishna, if someone says Krishna, it is as good as not seeing him. But in the Goloka, like the boys, Rajavasis, they don't even know who is Krishna. So how it is?
Oh, that is beyond the, see, they are covered by the potency of Yoga Maya. So that is something that Krishna wants. No, Krishna wants to cover them so that he can enjoy more intimate pastimes with them. So they are at a different level. See, altogether, see, we are saying no how Arjuna's mood changed and then he was offering obeisances and then his mood came back to normal. Now in Vrindavan, the Gopas and the Gopis, they also cannot see Krishna as a supreme personality of God, but the reason for that is different. Reason for that is they are so pure, they are at the level of spontaneous devotion, no, spontaneous. Their love for Krishna is spontaneous. So they are at such a advanced level. They are such pure. They are the purest of the pure devotees. So therefore, Krishna wants to enjoy more intimate pastimes with them. So their rasa is topmost. Their rasa is topmost. Therefore, it is purposely their vision or their understanding is purposely covered by Krishna to enjoy intimate pastimes with the Lord. So they are not like these other demons who are disobeying the orders of the Lord. So they are the purest of the pure. And therefore, Krishna wants to enjoy intimate pastimes. And therefore, that arrangement is made that they forget that Krishna is God. So that the intimate pastimes can be enjoyed with them. Give me a minute. I have a phone call. 1 second. Okay, I'm sorry. I had to take it to call. Okay.
Mataji, can I ask you a question about the universal form that Arjun had seen in the
Yes.
Kurukshetra war?
Yes.
He did not want to see that. Krishna himself wanted him to see it, right? He was only seeing it for his own satisfaction, to satisfy Krishna, right? For the public. So in future public will not have some problems as assembling like that in their minds that Krishna is God. So, but he didn't have a personal choice. Like Krishna himself said to him that now I will show you my universal form, right?
What happened in the Bhagavad Gita is Arjuna requested Krishna to show the universal form. See, Krishna described his opulences in chapter 10. So Krishna had told Arjuna that I pervade the entire universe. No, and then Arjuna said, I want to see that form by which you pervade the entire universe. And then Krishna showed the universal form upon Arjuna's request. So this is what happens in the Bhagavad Gita. But of course, internal understanding, we know that Arjuna is not interested actually to show the universe, to see the universal form. Neither is Krishna interested to show the universal form. But this arrangement was made so that for the sake of the future generations, if any doubts are there, any questions are raised, for the sake of removing their doubts and concerns, this whole arrangement was made. But in the Bhagavad Gita, if you see the sequence, Arjuna requests Krishna to show the form by which he pervades the entire universe, which Krishna did show, but Krishna showed the Kala Rupa, which yes, Arjuna did not request. That yes is correct. Arjuna did not request to see the Kala Rupa, but Krishna showed it.
Oh, so
But
basically,
he wanted,
yeah, go ahead, Mataji.
sorry,
No, please talk.
but
I want to hear.
he Arjuna wanted to see the universal form or no?
Yeah, he
He
wanted to
wanted
see
to,
the universe. See, the universal form, there are two aspects. One is how he's pervading or entering the whole universe, how he's present in the whole universe. And the other aspect is the Kala Rupa, the destructive feature of the universal form, where all these warriors are going in the mouth, there is fire emanating from the mouth, and all these warriors are getting crushed between the teeth, and there is blood. So there are two aspects to the universal form. Arjuna requested to see the aspect by which he is pervading the universe. He did not request to see the Kala Rupa. The Kala Rupa was what Krishna showed on his own.
oh, okay, okay.
So what is the thing about impersonalism, like Krishna's impersonalism or something, and with the attachment with the material world? I mean,
Krishna's
like,
see, this form is not the form which is this is a temporary material manifestation. That universal form is a temporary material manifestation. It is something that it was temporarily showed in the material world. Nowhere in the spiritual world Krishna is going to be displaying this form. If that's
so
what
this is not internal potency. He's not showing
no, it's
this
a
as the
material
internal
manifestation.
potency.
It's a material manifestation.
And it has nothing to do with like intuition, please.
Doesn't matter if you like or you don't like.
What's that?
What did you say, Mataji?
I heard more than one voice, so I couldn't understand anything.
Oh my God. Okay. So basically Krishna showed his universal form, which is material, which is it's not personal, right? Feature.
No. Personal feature is a two-handed form or the four-handed form. Okay, there is a question in the chat. Gayatri asks, how do we know what Sri Krishna wants from us? So actually we have answered this question in the previous class. How do we know? We know by the service opportunities that come our way. When these opportunities come our way, we have to understand that it is Krishna who is sending it to us. Now Krishna has made this very nice arrangement of these Gita classes, isn't it? This arrangement has been made by the Lord. So when such opportunities come or we have the opportunity to do some service, no, maybe making flower garlands or cooking seva or receiving guests and distributing some prasad to them, or studying the shastras or listening to a lecture. So these opportunities, they come. When these opportunities come our way, we have to understand that this is Krishna's arrangement, and we just go with the flow. We just agree to become an instrument in the plan of the Lord. So how do we know? Just take whatever service opportunity comes our way. We have to grab it with both the hands. Okay, that's how this whole thing works. And then you will see when we agree to go with the flow, when we agree, when we take those opportunities, then we see how Krishna reciprocates. Yeah, Kirti Lata, you have your hand raised.
Yes, Mataji, I have a question. When we have even small power also, we feel very proud and we want to exhibit it to others. But how come Krishna is so powerful that Virat Rupa itself shows, but still he is very humble. He wants to be even menial servant to his devotees. How is that Krishna is so humble?
Because he is God. He is completely faultless. How can God have any faults? He is a supreme personality of Godhead and he loves his devotees. Therefore, he takes the humble servant, humble position to become a servant of his devotee. He is God. How can he have any faults? How can he be proud? He is God, right?
Mataji, I have a follow-up question.
Yes.
How can we practice to be humble?
How can we practice to be humble is something that we say if you feel okay, we become humble by rendering service. The more you render service, the more we learn humility. The more you render service, the more you do seva, you serve devotees, you serve the Vaishnavas, you serve the Lord, then with service, humility comes. Because service means to serve, you become a servant. So you take that position. So the more service you do, you develop the quality of humility.
Thank you, Mataji.
You're welcome.
And Mataji, how did this pride come in living entities? Because we are so insignificant and still we feel proud, and Lord is so superior and still he feels humble. How is that?
Because we have our free will, no? We say we were all in the spiritual world. And at some point, the thought came that what would it be like to be God? What would it be like to be independent of God? What would it be like to enjoy independently from God? So that is coming from pride, no? Because I want to be God. I don't want to be because in the spiritual world we are all serving. No, we are all serving the Lord. But when we are thinking that what would it be like to be independent, no, not be a servant. So that is because of pride. That is because of ego, and therefore we fall down. And it comes because we have our free will. We all have our free will. Krishna does not force. Remember, the relationship is love. So when we misuse our independence, that thought comes, and then we fall down, unfortunately. And then because of so many different reasons, because of association or because of even too much of material education. See, modern education is designed in such a way that it boosts our ego. Because we think that you study well, you get a good job, people say that I'm a self-made man. How can you be a self-made man? You do not even have the power to digest your own food. We eat the food, even to digest the food, there is the Lord is present as Agni in the stomach. No, we cannot even digest what we eat. But people come up with these statements, I'm a self. So the modern education system is designed in such a way that it has completely become a godless civilization. So it all started with that small thought in the spiritual world, and then uh, it increases because of our association and also the modern education system, and of course also Kali Yuga is so contaminated. Therefore, we have to depend on the mercy of Guru and Krishna. So therefore, we need to always have the association of devotees so that that pride and that ego can be cut down by rendering service. Does that answer your question?
Yes, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Mataji, so there's one personal feature which is two-handed form of Krishna. One is impersonal feature, which is the absolute truth in regards of the demigods and in regards of the nature, correct?
Now, what do you mean
Krishna has
absolute truth? No, what do you mean by absolute truth in regards of demigods? It's two contrasting statements.
Krishna has two features. One is called impersonal feature, which is like the entire earth, you know, Virat Rupa. And then he has a personal feature, which is Krishna and Narayan, correct? Is that right?
Wait, impersonal feature means that Krishna is not a person. So basically,
Oh,
impersonal feature is the Brahman effulgence that is coming out of the body. So people, the impersonalists, believe that God does not have a form. He is formless. That is basically what impersonal feature means.
Okay, okay. I think.
And personal feature means Krishna as a person, just as a person and not a person. To believe that Krishna as a person is personalist, and impersonalism means to believe that God is not a person. He's only a light, only an energy.
Okay. So the absolute is in his impersonal feature, but
Absolute, wait, absolute is both personal and impersonal. Both. It is both. God is both. Krishna is a person. Krishna is also that light. That light is also coming from Krishna. So God is both personal and impersonal. Both are, absolute truth are both personal and impersonal.
Okay. Oh yeah. So yeah, that Brahma Jyoti is Krishna, which is called impersonal feature.
Yes.
And then the personal feature is the material nature, correct?
Personal feature is God as a person. Krishna and the 200 form. God as is a person. Narayan form also is a personal feature. God as a person is personal feature.
Oh, okay, okay. All right.
Okay. Anything else?
Thank you.
Mataji, one small question.
Yes.
So what is Arjuna's Swarup in spiritual world?
Arjuna's Swarupa in spiritual world means?
No, it's what he is in spiritual world.
What is Arjuna? Arjuna is an eternal associate of Krishna. Every time, see, this is one question that is, see, on one hand, we understand that Krishna is eternally performing his pastimes in the material world. No, Krishna eternally performs his pastimes in the material world. And every time Krishna comes, his associates also come. So Arjuna is an eternal associate of Krishna. So Krishna is eternally performing his pastimes. Eternally, there is a Bhagavad Gita going on. Even now, in some planet, Krishna is speaking the Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. So his eternal associates are always accompanying Krishna in his pastimes. So and Krishna is eternally performing his pastimes in some universe, in some planet, in the material world. So do his personal associates ever go back to Godhead? That is something that cannot be answered because it works both ways. You understand?
Yeah, but also he has his before life he is Narayan Rishi, right?
In the previous lifetime, he is Naran. One second. Yeah, in the previous lifetime, it described that they were Narayan Rishi. Yes. So?
Yeah, like that. So earlier his forms are also different. Now he is changing his forms, right? So he might have some spiritual form, something like that.
Yeah, Krishna and his associates both have spiritual forms.
Yes, Mataji. But what is that I'm asking?
So Mataji, I think he's asking, Balram is the Sheshnag, right, in the spiritual form. Like, what is Arjun in the spiritual form is
Okay,
what he's asking.
Arjuna's rasa with Krishna eternally is Sakyaras as a friend. Is that what you're asking?
Okay, Mataji.
Friend.
Yes, okay.
Friend. He's in Sakyaras.
Okay, Mataji. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so your question from the previous class, Durga Prasad, do you remember your question from the previous class?
Yeah, yes, Mataji.
Okay, what was your question? Can you repeat?
Yeah, that all that means even though devotees they are crushing into his Krishna's mouth, why I ask?
Why, how to understand that both the devotees and the non-devotees are being crushed in the teeth of the universal form, no? So I asked my Shiksha Guru, His Grace Prabhu Nirantara Dasa, he's a direct disciple of Srila Prabhupada, and he says that since they are on a battlefield, since they are all Kshatriyas, the dharma was die or win victory. I'm reading his mail, okay? So since they are on a battlefield, since they are Kshatriyas, the dharma was die or win victory. On a battlefield, all the deaths were the same because that is how a Kshatriya wants to die, clenching the teeth, trying to win to the last blow. They are not concerned with the ghastliness or horror. They are warriors. They live for this glorious end. Duryodhan, however, suffered the most at the end because he was in particular the most heinous. So this is how Prabhu Nirantara answers your question.
Okay, Mataji. Fine.
Okay. Anything else we need to discuss?
Yeah, but
Mataji, one more question.
Yes, Adarsh.
Is Arjuna's place is also a post like Brahma, or
No, Arjuna is
he's
not a
eternal?
post. That post is already taken. Eternally, he is the that is not a post. That's not a post. That is an eternal relationship that he has with Krishna.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
so he can't become Arjuna.
No, post already taken.
Okay, Mataji, about that, Kirti Majan asked about qualities, like means what is that? We also have this qualities now. What is it? Not qualities. This one. What is it? Pride? Not pride. What she asked Mataji, that one. She told about that desire, independent and enjoyment and all. So anyhow, that quality also in Krishna also it should be there now, because whatever qualities are there in Krishna only we will get.
Yes.
He is the origin. He might have that
Yes.
quality also, pride, everything.
Nothing can exist without Krishna. So
So it is there in Krishna also.
yes, but
Yeah.
so how to understand?
But even though it is there
Quantity
in,
and quality
Huh?
differs in quantity and quality.
See, you must see,
No,
sometimes people argue even the evil is, if nothing can exist independent of Krishna, then even evil is coming from Krishna. Correct? Is that what you're trying to ask, for example?
yeah.
So see, you have to understand that see, if see, when there is sun and we are facing the sun, is there any shadow? Can we see the shadow?
No.
Can we
No,
see
no.
the shadow? Are we in the shadow?
Yeah.
No, we are in the light, right?
Yes.
But if we turn our face away from the sun, now what are we seeing?
We are seeing shadow.
We are seeing the shadow. So the cause of the shadow is the sun. The shadow is existing because the sun is existing. The shadow cannot exist if the sun does not exist, correct?
Mm-hmm.
But the reason why we are in the shadow or we are in the darkness is because we have chosen to turn our face away from the sun. So we cannot blame the sun for that. So this is how we understand this. So nothing can exist independent of Krishna. But the cause of that evil, we cannot blame Krishna for that evil. We have to blame ourselves only because we chose to move away from him.
Yeah, okay. Okay, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, thank you. Anything else? Okay then, so see you all next Saturday if Krishna so sanctions. Till then, have a nice weekend and nice week in Krishna consciousness. Vanchakalpataru vyascha kripa sindhu vyayavacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji,
Hare
Dandavad
Krishna.
Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare Krishna. Salam. Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna, thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Pranam.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.